Here we are. It's election day again. Oh, we're all gathered here for the fake election. The election where they say is an election, but it's really just a fake bullshit. A lot of fake bullshit going on, right? That's what they say, man. They told me it's a real election. You believe that shit? Raise your hands if you believe that the election is real. I'm still here. That what we are seeing, I'm just clicking around, trying to make sure everything's cool. There we go, man. Here we go. The truth. The truth in elections. We are painting the truth here in elections. Got all kinds of stuff ready to go. We got some fake news lined up for you. We're going to take in that. We got CNN, NBC, all the play, MSNBC, spinning that garbage. We got a little TYT, NBC, ABC. Oh, we're going to get some results tonight, boy. So, what's the big six? What's the big six? I forgot who they are already. Let me put this up here, too. Oh, yeah. So this is our menu for this evening. We will be looking at some Dems abroad, some Idaho, 20 delegates from Idaho, Michigan, and Michigan 125 is the big prize. Mississippi, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, everybody, whatever it is. What's up, Vinny DiMartini in the chat? Vinny DiMartini in the house. Sterling Price, who got to vote for Bernie Sanders today in Missouri. Nathan Paul Clark. What's up, Nathan? Vladidem. And Nathan Purvis. Judy Zimshad. Judy. Hey, Judy. Jessley Snipes in the house. Eric Williams. Terry B. What's up, everybody? All the party people in the house. So we'll be looking at, look at this. They're already calling elections here. So we're going to be looking at New York Times here. They're already calling, it looks like Mississippi and Missouri already went for Biden. So they're already calling shit. But again, we have evidence on the table now. What we're looking at now are rigged primaries. We're not looking at anything real anymore. It's all fabricated. It's all a farce. So let's listen to...
surprise, but it's also going to be an April, May, June, July, October, and November surprise. The challenge for people like...
You're going to listen to some fake news for a while or what?
Here in Detroit and for poll workers...
New York Times is calling it. New York Times already called 2 of the 6. They've called Missouri and Mississippi, the deep south, with 0% reporting. So they're basing it on the exit poll.
In a crisis, are people as willing to go with a kind of...
Do we believe any of it?
In the way we run?
I don't know. So there's the score. It's interesting that NBC is flashing the score, 693 for Biden. This is the delegate count, right? And we've been following it all week long, where they've been shaving points. They shaved points in California. They shaved points in Massachusetts. They shaved points in Texas. All across this great nation, points are being shaven from Sanders to the degree of 5, 6, and 7% in his hometown, right? Just shaving the goddamn points. If you want to get the details on it, just watch the other videos. We've been doing it for now 2-3 days, watching the exit polls, how they don't match anymore. And shit is real, you know. Shit is like now we are looking at the corruption par excellence. Let's see what TYT is talking about. Let's see what Mr. Potato Head's talking about.
In the state of Washington, it's on the West Coast. He does better on the West Coast. He won California by a large margin. Believe it or not, California still has not stopped counting. Only 75% reporting. I'm not kidding. It's insanity, okay? So, yes,
you know what the real insanity is? The real insanity is none of these folks are calling out what really is going on. And that is, what is going on is the election fraud, is that the numbers don't add up. They just don't add up. So let's look at some gaffes before we, I got some videos lined up. Let's talk about this. So Joe Biden apparently was at an event, and a angry Iraq war veteran said, threw a truth bomb at Joe Biden. Said, "You got blood on your hands, motherfucker. You've got blood on your hands." Let's see what he said. Watch this shit. This is a heavy, heated exchange. Hard to watch. Watch this shit.
I'm an Air Force veteran. You're like an Army veteran. We're just wondering why we should focus on voting for a war in thousands of our brothers and sisters.
It's calling him out, man. You killed thousands of our brothers and sisters, thousands of Iraqi citizens.
You also gave a medal to a man who enabled that war and caused that war. Your blood is on your hands as well. You are disqualified.
You are disqualified, sir, the veteran is telling him.
You're disqualified. My friends are dead. My son.
Right there, man. Don't point your fucking finger at me, you old cocksucker. That's what you got to tell him. That's the video that I'm looking for. If anybody can get me that video, I'll do it, man. If I'm by Joe Biden, man, he sticks his finger in my face like that, I'm gonna tell him, get your fucking finger out of my face, you old fuck. You cheater, you liar. That's what you tell him. You fucking child molester. How do I know where that finger was, man? How do I know where you've stuck that finger? Take that finger, stick it up your ass. That's what you tell him when he sticks his finger in your face.
That doesn't matter, right? You don't think it matters to me. It matters a lot to me. Let me tell
I'm
you.
sure it does. I'm sure it does. And I'm not going after your son.
You better not.
I'm not. No, I'm not going after your son. You are disqualified, sir. Disqualified. The blood is on your hands. Blood is on your hands. No. My brothers and sisters died in Iraq and Afghanistan. And he enabled that to happen. He enabled that to happen. He is disqualified. He is disqualified. No way he can be president. They are dead. Millions are dead in Iraq. He will not be allowed to be president. Disqualified. Trump is more anti-war than you.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking imperialist. We actually fought in your damn wars. We fought in your wars. You sent us to hurt civilians. We hurt civilians. You pushed us out to do it.
Yeah, man. Those guys laid into him, man. They fucking laid into him, right? What did Biden say? Oh, my son, my son. Oh, my son. My dead son. Yeah. There's a bit of a coward there, man. You know, the fucking veterans laid into his ass. Here's another one. This is just more of what's to come. We've seen him grope at children, grabbing their faces and their breasts, the breasts of little girls, and sniffing their hair and feeling them up and talking about how he likes to have children bouncing on his lap. This is more of the senile man coming, right? This is what we got for you, man. So we got the lies. How many lies? Lies. He's got so far. He said he was arrested in apartheid South Africa. Lie. He said he pinned the medal on a dying soldier. Lie. He said Bush tricked him into the Iraq war vote. Lie. He said I marched in the civil rights movement. Lie. And he said he wrote his presidential speech the first time he ran, and he graduated top of his class. Lie. The guy's a liar. He's senile. He's a groper, and he doesn't know how to handle himself in public. Here's another situation. Here's another situation where Joe Biden is hanging out a bunch of construction workers. I'm surprised this guy didn't put. I'm surprised. I mean, Biden, if you punch him in his face, I imagine you would get in pretty much trouble. But you can tell him with your hands down, get your fucking hands out of my face. Watch this.
You're full of shit. Now go to shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. Second Amendment.
He tells the guy. You heard him what he said? He said you're full of shit. All right. He tells Biden tells Voto you're full of shit. Watch.
You're full of shit.
Why are you gonna take away my guns? Biden says you're full of shit.
Now go to shush.
And then he tells the other guy shush. Watch the exchange. Shush. Shush. You're full of shit. How about you? Oh man, it's irritating to watch.
You're full of shit. Now go to shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment, just like right now, if you yell fire, that's not free speech. From the very beginning, I have a shotgun, I have a 20 gauge, a 12 gauge, my son's hunt. Guess what? You're not allowed to own any weapon. I'm not taking your gun.
Look at that finger, man. Look at that finger. He's pointing his finger right in the guy's chest, man. How fucking disrespectful is that? How disrespectful is that?
At all. You need 100 rounds. I did not say that. That's not. I did not say that. It's a viral video like the other ones they're putting out there. They're saying they're lying.
Your voice, you said that you're taking a gun.
Oh, we just clarified it. Wait. Take your A.
Now his hand's up by the guy's face. Now he's got his hand up by the guy's face. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Your AR-14s and what?
Okay, this is not okay.
Hold on. Hey, let's
There's a
lot of guys.
wanting.
I'm not worried.
So much.
Give me a break, man.
Don't put it up on me.
Hey, there's a lot of
Look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Are you able to own a machine gun?
I own a machine
I said, are you able to own one? Under law.
Machine guns are illegal.
That's right. So AR-15's illegal.
How is that a machine gun?
No, it's not.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah, do you need 100 rounds? Do you need 100 rounds?
In America with handguns than there are what you call assault rifles. Why are you advocating for assault rifles when people are buying a handgun?
What a piece of work, right? What a piece of work. You can't make this shit up, man. This guy is just he's a ticking time bomb. He's that guy that he's going to say the wrong thing. He's going to do the wrong thing. He's definitely got an oil leak somewhere where shit is not. It's not working out for him, brain wise. So pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. This is very interesting. This is play a couple more. You want to look at some results? So yeah, they're throwing this election to Biden already. No precincts record. 1% in Missouri. Oh look, they already called Michigan too. Oh good, they gave Michigan with 4.5 with less than 1%. They've got Joe Biden already in the lead, right? You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. The whole thing is rigged. I feel like shutting this shit off right now, man. I feel like shutting it down, man. Just like fucking, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, man? How many people are watching? Can you somebody tell me? I can't see it right now. I can't see it anymore. We got a crowd. Do we have a crowd to watch the rigged election this evening? Rigged elections this evening. We'll open up the line. You guys can talk me down so I don't jump off the fucking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? Dog face, pony soldier. Yep, that's what he called. He called somebody that shit right to their face. I'm tired of playing the videos of the gaffes. So there's a lot more. Let's watch. This is Max Blumenthal. Max Blumenthal is the guy from the Gray Zone, and he's done extensive work down in Venezuela. Does really good work. Very good journalist. Very smart. Very, very honest. And he's talking about election fraud. He's talking about what we're experiencing here. If Texas was Cuba, U.S. would have intervened. Think about that. If Texas was Cuba, The cheating that occurred in Texas was off like 8%. I don't have those numbers in front of me. I don't care anymore. Again, watch the other videos. The numbers are off from every single state where there's exit polls. The shit is off. Always favoring the establishment candidate, first Buttigieg and then Biden, and always at the disadvantage to Sanders, or in some cases Warren, or both, where they both got 4% of their vote shaved off. So we know that the cheating is going on, and here's Max Blumenthal calling out the U.S. on the Texas irregularities. Let's listen.
United States, what we actually have witnessed are major discrepancies between exit polling data in the Democratic 2020 primary and the final computer count, which is being conducted in a very opaque fashion. We've seen in minority and poor communities people having to wait in line for 5 hours just to vote. In the state of Texas, 750 polling places have been removed since 2012. That means there's one polling place for every 7,700 people, and this is particularly an acute problem in Latino and African American areas. Why are there no election monitors in the U.S.? Why does the OAS only send election monitors to places like Bolivia to falsely allege fraud and trigger military coups? If Texas or New Hampshire or South Carolina were socialist Latin American countries, the CIA, through the OAS, would have already installed a fascistic right-wing government like that of Janine Áñez today in Bolivia.
That's a heavy statement right there. How come there's no election monitors? That's what they do. That's what the U.S. does. If we suspect that an election is going on, say in Nicaragua or something, and we're monitoring the election because we think that it's not going to be fair, we send election monitors to monitor the election using what? Exit polls. They ask people, who did you vote for? And they get those numbers, and they're within 90. They're 98% accurate. Right? So again, if it's off by more than 2% in foreign countries, the U.S. installs election monitors. But they don't do it here. It was off 11% in Vermont. It's off 8% in Massachusetts. It's off 8% over here and 10% over there and fucking 12% down the block. And no problem. No problem. What's up in the chat, man? What's up? Don't be a dick tonight, and you won't get timed out, man. You won't get timed out. When you're a dick, you get timed out. Otherwise, you'll be fine. Got Sterling Price on the wrench. Got Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. What's up, Thomas? Thomas Robinson. Good evening. Same as last election. Damn right it is, right? Rigged 6 ways to Sunday. Terry B. I know. I hate to be Debbie Downer, but this is what it is, man. Right, this is what we're looking at. It's the whole thing is predicated on the fact that leading up to this evening, everything is fucking rigged. Bernie Sanders is clearly winning again. And look at Max Rosenthal also pointed out other forms of election rigging, which is shutting down polling places. 7,000 people for one polling place. That's not the case here in New York. That's not how they do it. Like, for where I go to a library, a local library right down the block. There's nobody in there. There's very rarely a line. You can go at 6 o'clock in the morning. There's nobody in there. You go in, you vote, you walk out, everything's fine. But it doesn't count. That's the point. Shit is rigged. The numbers are rigged, right? In New York, it's horrible. A lot of people were purged off. But I couldn't imagine 7,000 people in one polling place. That's ridiculous, right? So listen to some of this shit, right? Some of this other forms of election rigging. Democratic primary voters. No, I don't want to read that. Michigan officials say final results will likely come tomorrow. Oh, really? Here's where they're screwing Bernie Sanders again. Biden cancels rally in Cleveland tonight. What, for his 10 people? His 5 people? Because of the coronavirus. Bernie Sanders surges when he has these big rallies. Big rallies. So what do? They do the state of Ohio is issuing warnings for groups that gather in large numbers. What a pile of horse shit. A total pile of horse shit. So what they're doing is they're turning to Bernie Sanders, who draws 10,000 people, and saying, your crowd, you gotta, if you care about coronavirus, you'll cancel your crowd. And then they turned to Joe Biden and said, oh, you can't cancel my crowd. Joe Biden, shit sandwich. Joe Biden, who can't get he gets less than 100 people in the audience. And he's like, oh, I guess so. That's one way of rigging. But here's another one. This is unbelievable. Sanders cancels rally tonight. So Bernie canceled one as well in Cleveland, Ohio. Probably 10,000 people. 7,000, 10,000, Cleveland, Ohio, big city. All right. And there was one other point. Oh yeah, with the debates, right? This big debate is going to have no crowd. So the debate tomorrow night, yeah, there it is. DNC announces no audience at upcoming primary debate, right, on the 15th. So no audience, sitting down, and they're going to have questions from the audience. Well, that's what it said, right? They said audience questions, but there's not going to be an audience. So what the fuck is going on with this? They're trying to make this debate, they're trying to make it the easiest blow to Joe Biden, to bring it down where Joe Biden is sitting at a desk looking presidential, and Bernie Sanders is, it's just another form of rigging, right? This was Bernie Sanders' chance to blow Biden up on that stage, and now he's not going to get his chance. So another missed opportunity. But it doesn't matter anyway because the numbers are fudged. Numbers are fudged, man. You want to see this too? This is crazy right here. Check this shit out, right? So BernieSander.com. BernieSander.com. What happens when you go to Bernie Sander. If you left the S off of Bernie Sanders, BernieSander.com. What do you think happens when you go to Bernie Sanders? If you made that mistake, what happens? Oh, they caught him. They caught them. BernieSanders.com. That's Bernie Sanders' site. But earlier today, they must have caught it. Because if it was Bernie Sanders, they knocked it out already. They already knocked it out. What did they knock out? I'll tell you right now. Bernie Sanders now redirects to Joe Biden donation page. I did it earlier when I saw the article 8 hours ago. Voters looking to learn more about Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders during Tuesday's Democratic primary election may be redirected to a page soliciting donations for Joe Biden if they don't type the URL in right. Now, I did type it in right. I typed it in earlier, man. I typed it in BernieSander.com, and so they took it down. They disconnected the link. But earlier, nonetheless, I bared witness to it. The domain BernieSander.com, which is one letter short of the official Bernie Sanders campaign, BernieSanders.com, redirects to a webpage asking visitors to, quote, give now to elect Joe Biden and defeat Donald Trump. Wow. See? Who did that? Who? It's Act Blue, right? And Act Blue, that's a DNC move. DNC operative stepped in and pulled that shit off, man, trying to get the Bernie Sanders people to give to Joe Biden. I don't know who in their right mind would do it, but nonetheless, it was a good catch, Fox. Fox caught it. Good catch, Fox. Good catch. So, what else can we look at in the fake results? Oh, look. Joe Biden is up with 4% of the vote in. Joe Biden has a 13-point lead in Michigan. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-doo, dee-doo, 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 dee-doo. Dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-doo. What else can I show you? Show and tell. So Bernie Sanders, that was crazy, man, right? Former Vice President Jimmy Carter has endorsed Bernie Sanders. Former Vice President Jimmy Carter has endorsed Bernie Sanders. Nice old man. Bernie Sanders. That's a good endorsement. I don't think endorsements matter anymore. I mean, again, because it doesn't matter what Bernie Sanders does. I keep saying it, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He can't campaign harder. He can't do better. He can't do more. It's already fucked. It's rigged. The better he does, the more they're gonna rig it. Look at the results in Vermont. Right? And the results in Vermont were sickening. Right? They were absolutely sickening. I'll pull it up. I gotta pull it up, man, because it's killing my curiosity here. Right? So it's killing me, man. So this cheat sheet, where is this fucking? The Vermont one was just off the cuff. Watch this cheat. Here's Vermont. You remember Vermont? This is the biggest cheat I saw so far. And it doesn't matter that Bernie Sanders won. Technically, he won. Oh boy, he won. What does that mean, he won? It doesn't mean anything. Right? It doesn't mean shit, because how could he possibly have won when he lost? He lost points. A 26% fucking... I mean, just a disproportion. They gave Biden an extra 4, and they took 6.3 away from Bernie Sanders. That is the largest rip I've seen. That's almost 11-point rip. 11-point discrepancy in the polls. And as Max Blumenthal said, if this was Cuba, we would send in election monitors with something like this. Totally disgraceful. Totally disgraceful. We'll check that out in a second. So Jimmy Carter has endorsed. What else? The DNC announces the no audience at upcoming primary debate because of the coronavirus outbreak. Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit. What are they going to do? Why don't they close the subway in New York City if you're scared of crowds? This is horse shit right here. This is horse shit. So no crowd reaction to Bernie Sanders. The whole thing is going to be rigged. I bet Bernie Sanders' earpiece goes out. He can't hear the fucking... Remember they've done that to him too? He's in an interview and they ask him a question and he's like, what? Excuse, I can't... What? What? Are you asking me a question? They make him look like an idiot. They'll probably pull some of those moves as well. It's going to be a very, very controlled room. A controlled, rigged room on the 15th. What should have been a debate that's going to turn out to be a hit job. It's going to be a hit job. Watch, I'm predicting. Nati is predicting hit job on the 15th. So anyway, is Bernie out yet? No, he's not out. It's hard to tell if he's out. Mathematically, it doesn't look like you can catch him at this point with the cheating going on. How do you catch? How can you catch if you keep getting cheated? Right? It's really not possible. It's not possible. Where's the math? We'll look at it in a second. Here's another one, right? Talk about the voting machines being rigged. The voting machines are rigged. Here's a very lovely woman who's going to tell us how you could rig a election machine that are used in 18 states in less than 2 minutes. Watch this.
I'm very concerned for our upcoming election because this voting machine is used in 18 different states, and it's extremely easy to get admin access on this machine. So let me show you how quick it is. It's about a little under 2 minutes. All they have to do, this bad actor, would be to open up this machine by pressing this button right here. When it's off, removing the card reader, removing this, you don't need any tools to do this. Unplugging this, again, you don't need any tools to do this. Turning it on, all you have to do is pick this lock here with a ballpoint pen. Open this up, press the red button, and we're gonna let it boot up here, and then I'll show you the admin access.
Not even a minute yet. So what she's describing is how you can hack into one of these machines. If you wanted to change it on the spot, you could. No security.
It's loading what they call a secure voting terminal right now. And here we're going to see a couple of error messages, and all you have to do to bypass those error messages is just click cancel and OK. And now I have full admin access under 2 minutes.
Full administrative access in less than 2 minutes. Right, and what did she do? She opened the thing up, she pulled out the brain or whatever, unplugged it, reboot in 2 minutes. But again, I don't think that that's how it works. I don't think that they care enough to have to, because it's not an outside organization doing it. It's not like someone comes in and does the hacking. It's the establishment itself doing the hacking. There is no hack. It's just, this is not even what's going on. The actual results are passed into a central location, right? And then we get the numbers that they want us to get. Right? It doesn't match the exit poll, and they start to fudge the numbers behind the scenes. Or it's already programmed to give, a 8/10 of the vote that Biden, 8/10 of Bernie's vote goes to Bernie, and the other part goes to Biden. They could put in a fractional voting or whatever. There's a million ways to program the machine, but my suspicion is that the machines are fine. It's the people that count the votes in the final analysis, whoever's doing it. And I would imagine it's guarded by military, CIA. At some point, it's because Bernie Sanders threatens national security. He wants to end the wars. He wants to give people health care. He wants to give people education. We can't have it. Can't have it. People have to work to the day they die. He wants to forgive debt. This is a debt economy. Look at the market. The stock market is going down because of Bernie. It's a national threat. That kind of shit. That's more of what I think is going on. So anyway, let's watch a little TV. Let's watch some talking heads for a second. Give me a breath. I'll read. That's really all I wanted to say about that.
Test is actually showing incredible amounts of enthusiasm, even in states like North Dakota. We had people in line. The first-time voters get a little yellow ballot, and they're basically saying,
so Mississippi and Missouri.
I would never have thought I would vote in the Democratic primary, but I've had it.
Let me just reboot.
North Dakota, but it does mean there's momentum.
And we'll be watching to see any kind of result.
So we've already got ABC News projecting Joe Biden will win Mississippi and Missouri. So those two are off the table.
If Bernie can't pull off a win there in Michigan and the path forward is very, very hard, what happens to that campaign? At some point, does someone talk to him and say, listen, we have to rally around the nominee, or do you keep fighting?
So I don't even care what he has to say, but now they'll start beating the drum. The new drum beat is going to be Bernie drop out. Bernie drop out. Bernie, you want to beat Trump, don't you? Drop out. That's what they're going to try to do. Get him to drop out early and point his people at Biden. To which, again, the way I feel, my feelers on the ground is that they're going to walk out. I don't care how much, TYT jumps up and down about Bernie Sanders, about Trump, the orange monster is going to destroy everything. He's not going to destroy anything. If you let a bunch of cheaters take over the White House, a bunch of corrupt liars get into the White House, and no one's calling out the corruption, and then let them die. Let them that was the point of Trump in 2016 to many of us. Many of us were glad to see me. I jumped up in the air when Trump won. I remember I was sitting in my room inside over there. I was sitting in my chair with my little iPad, nice, relaxed. I was looking out the window. I couldn't go to sleep until I saw the results, right? And I was in New York too, right? Because I wasn't doing this at the time, and I remember it because both victory parties were here. Hillary Clinton was at the Javits Center. Remember, she had the whole glass ceiling speech set up. And I could have went to either one of them, is what I'm saying. And Trump was at Trump Tower. So the victory speeches were all here. And I remember sitting in the chair, and I remember I was watching MSNBC at the time. And I remember Chuck Todd trying to make the argument that there's no way that Trump could win, that Florida and Michigan were going to go to Hillary Clinton. And they went to Trump. And I was just like, I remember jumping out of my chair in joy that maybe, just maybe, the Democratic Party would go away after this, after they had cheated Sanders in the summertime and ran Hillary Clinton and lost. You know, jumping for joy. I really felt it. Right? And it seems like they haven't learned the goddamn thing. We don't have the, you know, quite frankly, I mean, what's echoing in my ears is the guy that I interviewed the other day, Ben Norton, very smart young man. He was I ran into him at Strand Book at Lee Camp's book signing, and he said, Ben Norton, a respected journalist, said that this is a movement. It's not about one person. It's a movement. I don't think I agree with that. I think that every movement needs a leader, and I just think that Bernie Sanders has failed. He has brought the issues to pass, but he hasn't given the people a way to institute them. And it's just, I mean, you know, what is the idea? What's in Bernie's mind? He's going to lead everybody to what we need and keep saying it over and over again. And when push comes to shove, when it really matters, when you could really make a difference and tip the scale for the people, when you could hit that tipping point and get it passed and become the president or busted right in their face, you don't do it. This is something I don't understand, you know? I don't understand. He's being cheated left, right, and center in 5 different ways to Sunday. And he's not saying anything about it. Is he complicit in the effort? I don't know what that means. I don't think in Bernie Sanders' mind, he genuinely wants to believe, he wants to win, certainly wants to win, and quite possibly doesn't believe that there's actual cheating. That's a conspiracy theory. So they're flashing results right here. Joe Biden, 52, Bernie Sanders, 44% in Michigan.
Political director Rick Klein right now to look at the whole map as we see it right here. And Rick, I want you to look at your screen, and this is the map of the United States so far. We see a lot of green. That's Joe Biden. And I want to point to this region right here where basically Joe Biden, he's not gambling. He's trying to win a nomination, but we're talking about the trend is your friend here. He's picking up more and more states in the South. We have Florida coming up in a week, along with Illinois. Let me take this off. Illinois, Ohio, right up here. He won Minnesota. Iowa was Mayor Pete State, who's now endorsed Joe Biden. When you look at this map, the Biden campaign, Rick, has to be very excited.
The South belongs to Joe Biden. You're seeing it today in Mississippi, just confirming the trend. And yes, the fact that he's able to be competitive in these big battlegrounds, Midwestern states, Missouri, a very good sign because of how close it was with Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden is going to easily surpass, wallop any margin that Hillary Clinton had from. If you want people to believe, part of gaslighting, by definition, gaslighting is have a vigorous debate. They want people to vigorously debate the numbers. Oh, we're having an election and vigorously debate the issues, the topics, why Joe Biden is more electable or less electable. Have that argument, but don't discuss the reality of the cheat. That's what they don't want you to talk about. That's what mainstream media is simply not allowed to talk about. Even the Young Turks fall into that. Let's listen to the young jerks.
That yes, Republicans are disgusting. The Republican Party is disgusting. I have no love for them. But we have been way too focused on them being the only enemy, right? The fact of the matter is, like, there are people on the so-called left, and I'm not talking about leftists, I'm talking about people in the Democratic Party who fight against the best interests of the working class. So really, the working class, unfortunately, is getting attacked by both sides. And you need a candidate, and you need an infrastructure that supports a candidate who actually wants to help the working class in America. We've moved so far away from that.
There's a perspective thing on the approach when people get mad or say someone's a crybaby or a meltdown and all that stuff. So the basis, if your basis for who you're supporting is based on I got you, I won, which sounds a lot like Donald Trump and his people, then it means you don't have much of a principled stance on anything that actually helps for the country. What is your reasoning for backing Joe Biden?
Right.
Because it's just business as usual? And if that's the case, say so. We mentioned many times Amy Klobuchar, at least she said, yeah, I really believe that everything should be right down the middle, maybe a little right-leaning, and that's truly where she stands. And maybe that didn't work out. And usually establishment figures want to act like they're for the people when they really won't be. It's pulling the veil over people to make sure that they get where they need to be to continue to do nothing. Now, if someone says, Bernie, he's going down. Now you won't have
a vigorous debate about nothing. It's a vigorous debate about why Bernie Sanders is better than Joe Biden. Now, it is logical to say that in a fair election. That's precisely what you want to argue. You want to argue why your candidate is better, what he can do more of. But the simple fact is, the only thing that he can do at this point is call out the rigging, that these numbers don't add up, that he is being that his numbers are being shaved at every turn of the screw, and that's about the only argument you can have right now. I opened up the Hangout. I'll put it up in a second if anybody wants to talk me down. The left is full of hate. Not the right. They just want their country to have borders. Maybe. Sterling Price. No way Biden took my state of Missouri. Maybe St. Louis and Kansas City, but the rest of the state that aren't Republicans are Sanders supporters, not Biden. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I mean, the only people, I get you, man. I feel your pain. The right doesn't see the left as the enemy. Left, right, center. Who even knows what any of that shit means anymore? Who even knows what it means? Bernie probably got beat to endorse her. He showed up with a black eye. That was with the Hillary Clinton stuff. Yeah, maybe. He might have. They might have said, listen, man, he got the visit. He got that late night visit. The 3 a.m. visit by the, CIA spooks. Ready to fucking knock his eyeball out. I don't know, man. Crazy, right? Crazy Bernie. Bernie's losing. What's this? Oh, you got blood on your hands, man. You got blood on your hands. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you. I gotta just clean up here. I gotta clean up house. CNN updates. Who wants to see that? We got the New York Times here. So far, New York Times throwing the election, Mississippi, Missouri, Michigan, all went Biden. 10% plus to Biden. So you figure the margin of error, they're throwing Biden an extra 4. They're pulling 4 off of Bernie. It's probably an even run right now. If who even knows? North Dakota waiting for results, and Idaho closes at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I don't think we're going to make it that long, but and Washington at 11 p.m. Eastern time. So let's watch a little TV for a second. Watch a little television. I'm not getting any signal. They're on a break. They're on a break. Let's listen to these folks.
From Missouri, but I think you were running us through a process. I see people standing behind you now. You were talking about ballots coming in there. What is the sense on the ground as far as how things are going, both in the election itself, obviously, but also in terms of this counting, the kind of issues and problems we've seen crop up today, whether they think that is going to be a major problem through the night?
Yeah, Casey, so I've got a little line forming behind me here where these election workers are waiting to deliver these big bags full of ballots and their poll books to the review board back, the receiving board that's in this room here, who will actually be going through all of those materials. But Grand Rapids is part of Kent County, which is a really fascinating place to watch, both for the primary and for the general. Bernie Sanders had a big upset here back in 2016. He won Kent County by a very wide margin over Hillary Clinton. But in the 2016 general election, Donald Trump carried this county. And so the voters I've been talking to here have been weighing the push and pull of who to choose, who can win back the state of Michigan. And frankly, what you've been talking about all night, electability, the majority of people have been thinking about electability, but the Bernie Sanders voters have been thinking about ideology. And
you know, when you view this mainstream media now, when you view it through the scope of election rigging, you realize just how much of bullshit it is. As if they don't know, as if they're not aware. It's like surreal, really. It's like they're reporting on a different planet, on a different event. Like they're viewing the event as if it's something else, right? And people just accept it. These elections are about stuff for you, about your issues. And right now, your country is stealing that opportunity from you to be what? To get, health care, to take care of yourself, to make more money, to stop the insurgency wars. It's such a sadness. It's a sadness when I watch this. I'm so sad.
Which
I want to switch over to beer in a second.
This coronavirus outbreak, also an interesting test case tonight. They vote entirely by mail. Steve Patterson, I'm looking at a little bit of our data about how much the coronavirus was on the minds of voters out where you are in Washington State.
Yeah.
The vast majority say that they're either very concerned or somewhat concerned. Just less than 20% of people in Washington State saying that they are not terribly or not at all concerned about the coronavirus. What does it look like to you on the ground as you've been trying to report on this election amid an outbreak?
I think it's different specifically when you're in these communities that are impacted, that, where you know somebody who may be sick, where you're on a plane in which, I sat next to people on my way here coming back from San Francisco, and there's two parents and they were talking about their kid's hands were raw because he was so worried about the coronavirus that he kept washing them. So, it's a little bit different when you're here. However, people are not so worried that it's getting in the way of voting, right? A lot of this was mitigated with the voting because...
Total bullshit. Bullshit. Let's listen to the Turks. Listen to Mr. Potato Head.
The New York Times, NPR, etc. And they're part of the same mainstream media. And I heard them parroting talking points word for word from what they got on TV that I knew to be false. But it didn't matter because they believed it with all certainty because the New York Times told them, ABC told them, NPR told them. How could it not be true? How could it not be true that it's not a big deal to lie about getting arrested during apartheid, trying to help Nelson Mandela? How could it not be true that it's a giant big deal if you say Cuba actually has a good literacy program when in fact they do, and Barack Obama said the same thing, but they never heard that Barack Obama said the same thing. They never heard it because NPR didn't tell them, NBC didn't tell them, the New York Times didn't tell them. So all these facts that we know because we look things up and we share it with you, people above 45 don't, in a sense.
I wonder if TYT is going to do a segment on the exit polls not matching, the actual numbers not matching. I didn't see that on the schedule.
Propaganda that's pro-Bernie. First of all, anything that we say on this show can easily be confirmed and verified. In fact, we show our work, we show our evidence, we have our receipts, right? But more importantly, we don't hide where we stand on the issues. We don't hide where we stand on the candidates. Whereas with mainstream media, they play this ridiculous game of we're unbiased reporters.
She doesn't see it. You know what I mean? TYT, they don't see it that that they're playing into the hand of mainstream media. They're having that vigorous discussion, that vigorous argument about who's the better candidate. And that keeps the discussion going. That keeps the Bernie people alive. It keeps people watching. It keeps people engaged in the process. They're going to get out and work harder. And then in the final moment, it's pulled out from under them. And they're like, oh, well, we lost, and now fall in line, right? They're going to stop beating that drum, I'm telling you. The next drum they're going to beat is Bernie drop out. Watch, the Bernie drop out. Bernie drop out. Drop out, Bernie. So I'll drop the link in if anybody wants to jump in with me. I got the Hangout link. Yeah. Hangout link if you wanna jump in. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. I could put my camera on now. I got a second camera going. So the other day you'll see me like this. It's a second camera. It's not as cool as the other camera. It's not as cool as the initial camera, but that's what you'll see if you call me. Last time all you saw was the icon. So I set the problem is the last time I did it, I didn't set the other camera up. You need 2 cameras to do it. You need 2. I got 2, motherfucker.
Things that I believe. Whereas for the first time ever, Politico and New York Times a couple of months ago wrote op-eds going, do we have a centrist bias? We always assume that being moderate is the correct position, but I wonder if that's not objective. Of course that's not objective. Of course it isn't. Moderate and centrist is a certain...
There you have it. Michigan polls closed. So they called Michigan.
White terrorism and white supremacist terrorism in this country.
They called Michigan with. They already called Michigan.
It's not some
and the polls are still open.
Like
oh, that's
something
fun.
That we've been fighting in the war on terror. It's actually fundamentally as American as anything. And it is an existential threat to the multiracial, and pluralistic, equal, and open democracy that we've been fighting for in this country since people died on the battlefield in the Civil War.
We're going the wrong way in this country.
Back here at the big board.
It's more than numbers.
These are the states that are going to winnow the field. They're front runner.
It's what those numbers mean.
This country is going in the wrong direction, man. So if anybody wants to jump in and keep it going, just you click on the link. You click on that link. Because I don't want to be a party pooper. I don't want to be so down. I don't want to be so down, but I'm one of those guys. I believed that maybe, just maybe we could push through the margin of cheating. But I was taken back. I was taken back. Call me and tell me. Talk me off the ledge. Talk me down.
It's news made for your streaming world.
Talk me down. I guess TYT's got the only discussion going on right now. Watch.
Float on a cloud, and by definition, everything we say is correct because we're the objective ones. And if you disagree with us, that means you are not objective.
Nathan Purvis. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were in. I didn't know you were in Australia. Wow. Welcome, man, from down under. Nathan Purvis. So when you're watching, it's 9 p.m. You're here every morning, so it's 9 p.m. for you. I get you, man. I'm a morning guy. Right now, I feel like I'm falling asleep. Right? I'm like tired, man. I get tired late because I wake up like 4 or 5 o'clock my time just because I do,
But they then immediately ignored in every other article they write that it's not popular, even though their own poll showed it.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Richard Nixon commissioning a study on marijuana. It was called the Schaefer Report. And the Schaefer Report indicated that marijuana was not a public health risk. And Nixon didn't like the results of that study, so he ripped it up and threw it away.
Sounds like the New York Times. Okay, so we got to go here. Can I get the last update? Any more reporting in Michigan?
Michigan's up like 3 additional percentage points. It's at 30%. He's still got an 11-point lead, a little bit less than 11 points.
Okay, and guys, there is one media outlet that does try really hard to be honest with you, tell you the truth, bring you all the facts. That's us. tyt.com/go, so that we could be
You're a
healthy
liar.
and sustainable.
Why don't you talk about the election fraud? Why don't you talk about the fact that you guys are in California, and they stole that shit right from under your feet? There's still 10% of the vote outstanding. I mean, how many times you got to say it? How many times you got to say it? The only people that are left that are telling the truth are guys like me in sitting in my mother's basement, giving you the news. How come I could see it? How come I can see it and Young Turks can't see it? Is it proportional to how much money they make? How much money they can't say? They can't turn around and say that the Democratic Party is a total sham or their donors will turn on them? Is that what it is? Is that what keeps people from, is it really the money that keeps people ignorant? Once you get paid, right, you'll say a little, the more you get paid, the less you'll say. Guys like Chuck Todd are like mutes. All they do is repeat the corporate talking points. They don't go near anything dangerous whatsoever. Young Turks is now the same. Jimmy Dore was smart to have broken away from those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like he broke away. He broke away. Let's see. Let's see what else. Hold on one second. I gotta do something. I gotta do something in private. I just want to look at something. And I just want to see who else is broadcasting live right now. Who else is broadcasting? So we got CBS. We've got Sam Cedar. Who the hell wants to watch that idiot? Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore is live. Let's see what that's all about. Jimmy Dore live.
Destruction.
That sounds a lot different than what he just told Lawrence O'Donnell.
This could be fun.
He's going to go on.
Case, I believe, has been made. And
he's saying that we have the evidence, we have the conclusions, and the case has been made.
This is interesting that Jimmy Dore is live right now, and he's not even paying attention to the election. It's almost 400 delegates coming in, and Jimmy Dore is tearing up Joe Biden.
$1,000 a day, like Lawrence O'Donnell, to suck. You could be drunk and do this. Lawrence O'Donnell is completely sober, and he's like, he can't do it. Of course he can. He won't. He's getting paid not to. Now you wonder why people get their news from YouTube. So great job, Lawrence. Another great job. You're doing some great propaganda. It works for your fucking warmongering corporation. But here we go.
I hope now that the American people will have this regurgitated in a number of venues and fora over the next weeks, that they will be as convinced as I am.
The exact opposite of what he just said. And I hope the American people will be as convinced as I am. He just said he wasn't convinced. He thought the opposite. That he thought he didn't have weapons of mass destruction. Here he is telling you in real time, at the time when it would have helped, the exact opposite.
Jimmy Dore is nailing down the 5 lies. The 5 big lies going forward. Certainly Trump and his team are going to be using. 18% of the vote in Michigan. There's probably other outlets right now that are. Hey, Vinny, are you here?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, boss? What's up? I didn't even know you were here, man.
Yeah, man.
How long you been here? You've been here a while.
I've done that. Yeah, I've done it for like 3 different times, man. It's just I didn't think it was working. I was just about to unplug again.
Shit, I don't. I guess I have to have the page open. I don't get any message. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I could see you.
Oh, cool. So what's up, man? What do you think of all this? What do you think of all this election
Oh,
shit, man?
man.
It's depressing,
This is
right?
it is depressing. It just sucks all the wind out of everything, man. It's horrible.
Right.
Yeah, that whole thriving excitement for the at least elevate Bernie to face off with Trump is just, man, it's all just being taken. The energy's just being smashed.
This like sucks the air right out of your balloon, right?
It does,
it's a
man. It's just
deflating-
take all the winds out of the sails, man. At this point, it's just terrible.
Right. And it's one thing to lose. It's one thing to like lose the race, but it's another thing to get robbed, like get kneecapped.
Yeah,
You know?
he's just straight being heisted. That's the fucked up thing about it.
Right. And it's just that, and he's got no balls to call it out. Really, I mean,
Man, he's got nothing to lose, but everything to lose. I don't know, man. I don't know what he's gonna do.
right. Well, I know what he's gonna do. He's already said he's gonna endorse Biden, and he's gonna try to get his couple of million young people to back Biden. And I just
Right.
last time around, how did that work out for you?
Oh man, this is just terrible. I can't even believe this fucking crap, man. How they can elevate this fucking guy? Nobody likes him. Nobody's voting for that guy.
Yeah. Now there's more to come too. If he even, he's going to make it as he makes it, because once it's decided, once the Democrats put a full knife in Bernie's back and the lead becomes insurmountable, Trump is going to turn on Biden. He's not going to wait. The second a front runner emerges, Biden, Trump's going to lay into him and start tearing him to shreds. And he's going to come apart at the seams, right? He's going to just come apart.
Yep. No doubt about that, man. He's going to be hitting Twitter 24/7. Slap tagging him with all kinds of fucking Trump shit, what he usually does.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. So yeah, they're officiating it right now. They're solidifying the cheat right now. They got
Yeah, absolutely, they are. They're just they're finishing the job up, man. They're just putting the bookends on it.
Yeah. See, now the lead is starting to rip open. Here's the delegate count. Now they got Joe Biden at 706 and Bernie Sanders at 580. 706 to 580. Tulsi Gabbard still has her 2. And
that is fucked up.
Yeah. Now, this is from March 10. Yeah, now it's becoming insurmountable because next week we'll have a few. We'll have Ohio, and I think Florida, and then April, all the way out in April, late April, New York and Pennsylvania. And New York is totally rigged. New York is fucking. You think he's going to come to New York and win? You think you think Bernie Sanders?
I don't know. That's what I was curious about. I'm real curious about that. How that one's going to go.
Look what they did to Look what he did the last time when Bernie Sanders came through New York. He sat down with the Daily News. I remember it, Daily News, and it was a hit job, total hit job. The New York Times, the media, when he came through New York, was bombing the shit out of him, and punching him left, right, and center. And they purged 200,000 votes in Brooklyn, and so on and so on. And Hillary Clinton wound up winning by 200,000. So they said she had 700,000.
Oh yeah,
votes.
that's right. Yeah.
So Hillary Clinton won when she came through here, and it's just not possible. It's it's not even possible, man.
Man, that
What
is
else
such
going
a
on,
shit.
man? What else is going on in the world?
They must have quite a some sort of nefarious plan if they really think they could run Biden against Trump and win.
Right.
What else do they have up their sleeve? It's just what I'm curious about.
Right. I think it's pretty clear they don't care. They'd rather lose to Trump. Trump's good for business. Trump is status quo. Trump, they get everything they want. The Democrats get everything they want with Trump. They get their,
I know.
they get all
I
their
see
stupid
that.
little- they get all their social bills, and they maintain control of the House. Because if Bernie gets in, it's very likely that they may. I don't know. I think my thought is that if Sanders is the nominee, they'll position a bunch of progressive types to run against these shit sandwiches, to challenge them challenge them in the House every 2 years, challenge them and knock a few of them out in the Senate. Right, that is the plan. And Sanders did his best to. I mean, that is his plan. The plan is not to coexist, but to overthrow them. And that's what they're doing. They're cheating. They're cheating back to prevent them from doing it. Right? So.
And very effectively, I may add.
Yeah.
Very effectively, man. Well orchestrated. I mean, these guys, man. He's just got such a deck and everything stacked against him, and it made a lot of people like Bernie more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because this guy is why do all these big money and all these people hate this guy? Well, hey, I kind of like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he is the leader of a movement. He is planting the seeds. We wouldn't be talking about these simple policies. He sticks to it. But in the final analysis, he's not Trump. He doesn't know how to, look into the camera and say we're getting ripped off and rally the troops to revolution, right? To gather the troops.
And he's got a lot of that. The old man's got all the young movement too, man. He could really rally some people if he just.
All he's got to do is give the word. That's all he has to do. Is he's got to. All he's got to do is blow the whistle, and he doesn't do it. Right?
Man, really, really sad.
Yep. Bernie will not run third party, says ZOX. Nah, no way. Third party. You think the Democratic Party is rigged, and if they look, first of all, third party is stupid, really, and here's why it's stupid. It's not stupid to form a third party and build it up and crush the Democrats. That's one way of doing it. But third party running against the Democrats and the Republicans in the current form won't work. It won't work because they'll just look what they did to Jill Stein. They said she got 1% of the vote. Meanwhile, she probably got like 10% or 8%.
Yeah.
They just steal. Right? They're not going to.
Good luck. Yeah. Good luck getting on ballots and in debates, man. A third party, man, you got nothing coming.
Right. You got no way. You got no way of doing it.
Yeah, no bueno. You ain't getting shit, man.
So they keep calling these. What else? I guess we're waiting for Idaho, North Dakota, and Washington State.
Wow.
Michigan is called. Missouri's called. Mississippi called. New results, and they're still waiting for the results in North Dakota. So anyway, man. It's good talking to you, man. It's always good talking to you.
Yeah, it's awesome. I wish things were a little more exciting, man. It's just,
me too. I know, but this is what it is.
It's just a real bummer.
I know. I basically got nothing to say here, Vinny.
You come in here
man. Hey.
What's popping in? What's up? Tobacco
Road, bro. Yo.
Hi, guys. Thought I'd come in and say hello.
Hell yeah, man.
What's up, boss? How's Kansas tonight? How's Kansas? Did you slip over the border and put one in for Bernie? No.
It's no good for kite flying, Marcus. You can't fly a kite, but airplane tomorrow. 68 degrees.
Tobacco. Know that your camera's on, so we could see you. So don't pick your nose.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. Well, if you want to turn it off, you can just. It's on your screen. It's like one of the. You click the. Just wave your cursor and you'll see the camera. You can shut it off.
I wonder what you gave me here. Yeah, it's got my.
Hey.
Got trigger on there.
Giddy up.
You can keep it on or turn it off. I'll keep mine on. Fuck it. Anyway, man. So you guys can see me, man. So what do you think, Tobacco? What do you think about all this, man? You ready to call it quits?
Go back to the Republican Party? Not yet. Not till 2024. I'll give you guys 4 years. So I'm gonna be anti-Trump for the next 4 years, and then we'll see what happens.
Do you think of yourself as a Democrat? Do you call yourself a Democrat? Whatever that means.
No, I don't really. I don't. No, I don't. No, I'm registered to be a Democrat just to vote for Tulsi. That's
Right.
what I did it for.
Right.
But I'm a Thomas Jefferson Republican. That's different than being the typical Republican, I think.
Right. Abraham Lincoln Republican.
There you go.
These things, they don't even make sense anymore. It's just.
It doesn't.
Right. It's all frivolous at this point. Left, right. It's up and down. That's really the two parties. The party is the 1% ruling elite up, and everybody else. What don't people understand about that?
Yeah, it's way too tainted. They even slap tag a name and stand by it, man. It's just so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I'm almost speechless right now, man. You guys talk for a while.
I know, man. Just the energy is just gone, man. It's
It really
just
is.
like fuck.
And this is.
I about to want to come on because I don't know what to say.
I know, me too, man.
It's
I was
actually
like,
it's actually
fuck.
important though. It's important because this is the energy going forward. This is, if Bernie Sanders was winning, you know how pumped people would be right now? They'd be so excited. They'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna beat Trump.
Yeah.
We're gonna win." But instead, they've been robbed, deflated, and it's just Trump's got to be loving this right now. There's a 100% chance he wins. Right? There's no way that the Democrats could out cheat the Republican Party. Right? I mean, I don't think.
Yeah,
they can.
he's being handed.
Yeah.
He's being handed this whole thing, man. It's just really wrong. I'm just shocked.
Yeah.
Everybody's at a loss for words, no energy, man. It's just fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, and Trump's people are all gun ho.
Right.
So,
Right. They're having a good time.
yeah. They wouldn't be having a good time if the numbers were up there for Bernie. I don't think they'd be worried then.
Yeah. So, there's just, I mean, right now you got mainstream media, you got ABC talking heads, talking bullshit. You got NBC talking bullshit. Let's listen for a second.
In Philadelphia, but I think
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I could hear it.
who we find in Detroit, Michigan, where we are waiting to hear, I think, from state officials. Chris, this clearly has broken away in a more sort of sudden, quick direction for Joe Biden than perhaps we expected. There had been a lot of questions about how quickly they were going to be able to get things counted and whether this would be a tight race that we were counting into the night. That is not how it's.
We pretty much know what's up. I mean, the fix is in and the jig is fucking up, man. And this is just really fucking just fucked up, man.
Now they're doing the math. They got the math up that we're supposed to believe. They got Biden 733 to Sanders 623. And that's how they'll run it. They'll just run it even right now. Biden will probably advance another 50 points. Right, they'll have a 150 point, 200 point lead. Right, and then by next week they'll probably advance that to 200. And once he gets the 300 point lead, it's insurmountable. And then by next week they're going to start to. All this week, they'll talk about Bernie Sanders should drop out. They'll deliver the final blow next Tuesday, and at that point, they'll be all over him. Drop out. Trump. The orange monster, orange fucking monster.
Yeah, Orange Man. So what is it? It's fucking Sunday is what we're talking about with this whole thing with the debate and. No audience, but questions from the audience. I mean, that's how the thing. Yeah. I mean, oh my God, this.
No, that's exactly. That's right.
You've got to be fucking kidding me, man. That is so fucking insane.
It's questions from the audience, but there's no audience.
There's no audience. Oh my God! So what? They sucked the wind out of that fucking thing too, man.
Right.
That ship ain't gonna sail. It's just designed to sink Bernie, in my opinion.
Yeah. It really was effective, because if it wasn't effective, if people knew the truth, they'd be out in the streets right now tearing down the fucking city, right? That's what they'd be doing. But they're not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what the fuck? They do that kind of shit when a sports team fucking wins. They tear the city down. When they lose, they tear it down. But they're not doing shit about this.
No.
What the fuck?
Even the Bernie tried and true, man. Some of those people they're so disciplined and so into it. When you travel around, or you just talk to them at the rallies, they know the issues, they know what's going on, and I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of generation this is.
That's what's so surprising to me about it. He's got to rally his troops, man. Yeah. He's got to get some people up and out there, because he's got them still.
Yeah.
He's good. He got nothing to lose, but everything to lose. This is for all the marbles, man. This is his last hoorah, man. He's
Right.
gonna fucking do it, man. If he's gonna do it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, how long do you think you're gonna live? You're 78 now. You're 79.
I know.
What are you gonna do? Bow out and try to? I mean, how embarrassing. Bernie Sanders gets.
Yeah, I know.
He gets 10, 15, 20,000 people for himself, and then now he's going to go out in front of the Joe Biden crowd and get nobody. The same thing that happened with Hillary Clinton. He couldn't draw flies. They took him off the campaign trail because they would go there cheering for Bernie, and then Hillary Clinton would come on, and then people would walk out.
Oh man. Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Total fucking shit show. Wouldn't you love to see Bernie, man, just run over and just like give Biden just like a vicious clothesline or a thumb to the eye or some shit like that? Wouldn't that be awesome, man? People would go fucking crazy.
I would settle for him just saying, you know what, we're not supporting this fucking shithead right here, because we got robbed. I'd be happy with that. Drop the mic and walk away. Just walk away, Bernie. We got this. Walk away.
Yeah.
And let the shit hit the fan. Let the Democrats dissolve. Let them fall apart. Let Tulsi Gabbard go over to the Green Party. Start it up. All right. Let Tulsi defect. Go to the Greens or lead the Green Party. She'd probably do better than she's doing now, 1%, right?
Yeah.
Get the Greens going and have everybody come over to the Greens. Let Bernie fucking retire. Go away. All right? He gave us the platform. He gave us the ideas. Now it's like, I don't know, man.
Man. Yeah, the thrill is leaving real fucking quick, man. This is just, how dead is the energy gonna be, man, for this for the debate Sunday? I believe it's Sunday, right?
15th, whatever that is. 15th.
I think it's Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be another just total setup shit show. No energy, motherfucker. Just.
It's gonna be like the dean's office where you walk the principal's office.
Yeah,
I say,
absolutely.
okay, Bernie, you shut up. Like they're gonna take a ruler out. Shut up.
Yeah, and you got a couple hall monitors in there, man, and nobody else.
Right.
Oh, it's fucked up, man. What a deck stacked against this guy.
Yeah. It was predictable though. Yeah, so we got Jimmy Dore tearing it up. He's talking about, I don't know what the hell he's talking about over there. We got 50 people watching, man. Sorry, guys, man. I wanted this to be high energy. I wanted it to be exciting, but it is what it is, man. It's just like...
Yeah, the thrill is gone. The thrill is... It's going fast, man. It's like... we tried. Fuck, I could... The wind is taken out of the sails, man. I think I could put a wet thumb up right now in the fucking air and it would still stay wet.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yep. No doubt, man. No doubt. So this is how it's gonna go, right? This is how they're going. What else? What else? Are they calling anything else? Still waiting for North Dakota. And I don't think I'm going to last too much longer on this, but they got.
I hear you, man. The energy is just it just sucks ass, man. Let's not even try to fucking say anything else about it. But this is fucking bullshit, man.
We can almost call it at this point. I mean, you could call
I
this.
know. Well, they are. They were before you even started.
Yeah, yeah. They're saying
That's
that they
the
got
really messed up thing, man.
34% of Michigan is in, and they're not giving the spread though.
Yeah, and nobody likes this fucking guy.
Right.
No, nobody's voting for him. I mean, this thing's so fucking shamed, man. I mean, he couldn't fill a hotel room. If he did, it would be a bunch of little girls in there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck creepy old fucker, man.
Yeah. I mean, you think that you take into consideration the lies that he's been caught in. You take into consideration the multiple senile gaffes. You take into consideration all of the child molesting, the groping of women, sniffing their hair, and all that shit. And I'm not even talking about, because it doesn't interest me, the shit with the impeachment.
And the thing is that's just what we got him in front of like major people. Can you imagine when this motherfucker's alone? Holy God.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus, man.
And Trump's going to lay
he
into
should be
him with
swinging from a rope.
Yeah, it's bad. Trump's going to lay into him with the whole impeachment shit. The Ukraine shit. It's just going to be a shit show, man. It's really
God,
going to
see
get
that
ugly.
66 to 28 thing going on. Oh my God, that is just so fucking just messed up, man. That is total fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah. I'm gonna time this Jeffrey Fuller out, man. Sanders is a Coney Island mooch living off of other people's money. False. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. We're still not going to insult.
Jeffrey.
We're not going to insult.
Jeffrey, you fucking
Sanders.
dick sucker, man. Come in here with that kind of crap. Come on, man.
You could say almost anything here, but don't say the same shit over and over again. You know what I mean? It's just insulting. It's like you're insulting yourself by saying that. You're just falling into the whole paradigm as if you actually won something by Sanders getting a knife in his back. You're actually winning something. You ain't winning shit.
Yeah, nobody's winning shit, man. They need a weak, stop being weak. Wake up. So we could stand and speak silent majority. Because if you allow this, it's going to happen to you next time, man. Everybody's going to get it.
Yeah, no doubt. No, it's.
I mean, that's the way it works, man.
Look at this. Look at this spread. Mississippi, they got Biden 80% to Bernie 15. They're just embarrassing him. It's just, who knows what, there'll never be, there won't be any polls there. Missouri 57 to Sanders 28%. These are blowouts. These are just visual blowouts.
Man, and Biden wants to take everybody's weed on top of it. I mean, I think they're fucking leaving that out of the equation. A lot of people. I mean, come on, man. This guy's.
It's really bad.
This is not somebody that you really would want in there.
I hope that these progressive kids know it too. All their dreams of a Green New Deal, of Medicare for all, of college tuition, debt, free, debt forgiveness. It's all off the table. I hope they realize that it's not negotiable anymore. It's not even, there's no way Trump is going to, push for any of that shit. He doesn't have to. He's already won. He doesn't care. So I just hope they realize it, that all of these issues are now off the table. It's very, very likely in 2024 that the Republicans will put up somebody, maybe Trump's kid, maybe Ivanka, or Trump Jr.
Yeah,
and he'll win.
Yeah.
Or Pence. Pence is still a young man. Right? People are not talking about that, but Pence is a young man. Pence is experienced, and he could step in. He's got all the talking points down, right? He can. Democrats are gonna have a hard time. They think they're gonna, sit it out, and then and it's not gonna happen, man.
Man, this is just really bad.
Trump should legalize in all 50 states. Yeah, Ron
Yeah,
Frey
he
says.
should.
Yeah, he could.
He should. He
Stroke of the
should
pen.
do it.
He said he would.
Right. He said he would?
Yeah, he said a lot of
Yeah, he
things.
said he would. But he said that medical marijuana would be available to the people who needed medical marijuana. And my wife died last summer, cancer, with no medical marijuana. Illegal marijuana is all we could get. So I'm depressed. He said,
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
He sure didn't do it. So
That's pretty heavy.
that's one of the main reasons for me to say screw Trump,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of people out
decriminalize.
there that really do need it. So
Yeah, I mean, decriminalize. Stop everything's a crime shit, right? I saw it out in Nevada. You walk into the store.
there you go.
It's all.
Biden's going to keep the jail cells full.
Yeah.
He wants the black vote. Why would black people vote for him if he's going to keep the jail cells full?
That's my point exactly
Makes no
as well,
sense.
bro. Absolutely, man.
I don't think they're that blind.
I don't think Trump has any power at all in the sense of policy at all. I don't think he's not an ideologue. He doesn't really care. He's just like, it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. He doesn't give a shit, right? He's and so why, in his mind, why push if it doesn't add to votes? I don't think his base really cares about those things. So why even push for it, right? It's just and if the other side is saying it, then why would he give in to the left? Because they're not giving him anything, right? He's a businessman. What does he get out of it? What do I get out of it? Nothing. Right? Doesn't get much out
When
of
he
it.
wins this election, this is going to free him up to do who knows what.
All right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna wrap this up, man, because it's I love talking to you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. but
Yeah.
it's just
This is a bummer, man. I just feel like we got like the news of a good friend passing away or
Right,
something.
right.
You know what I mean?
It's-
And we're just kind of just on a three-way call, just going, yeah, he was a good motherfucker, man.
it's
We're
like a
gonna miss
funeral.
him.
It's like a wake. It's like we're
Yeah,
at the
man.
wake, and we're looking at the body. And,
Yeah.
And you know, it's just you're looking at the dead body. You're looking at the body in the coffin, and it's just there's nothing to be
Yeah.
happy about. It's just like you go outside, maybe you get a little fresh air, a little smoke.
Is there any chance of resurrecting this body? I mean, what's your opinion on that, Marcus?
I think the only thing that can turn it around is the candidate himself. I said it all along. Unless the candidate himself
bingo.
looks into the camera and says, now the revolution begins. They cheated us. Here's how they did it. And going forward, we will not participate in your bullshit sham of an election. And we're taking our people, and we're going third party. We're moving over to the Greens, and most importantly, we're not contributing. We're leaving this Democrat. We're leaving you guys behind. Good fucking luck.
Fake, false, sham, and a scam. Nothing short of it, man. Absolutely.
That's called politics, by the way.
Absolutely.
Right? That's
Yeah,
politics.
it is, man. It's terrible.
He could say that, and in saying that, that's what Trump did, right? Trump said, "I'm not going to participate." If some other Republican wins, no, I'm not. I'm here to win. I'm here to lead. So to answer that, I don't. That's going forward without that. If you got a guy who's getting fucked in his ass, and he's saying the guy fucking him in his ass is my friend, and everything's cool, then there's no way you can overcome that.
Oh man, it's a hell of a way to put it, and a hell of a way to go too.
But that's what it is. You know? You know, so this is really crazy.
Yeah, this is depressing.
You guys, anybody in the chat? Anybody got any questions for me or Vinny or we got Tobacco Row here? Anybody want to chirp in?
Tobacco Row bro is here, man. He's cool, man. He joins us, man. He rocks.
He's chilling like a villain.
Yeah, he is, man. He's up in here with us.
I kind of wish we get some hot chicks to come in here, right? Maybe at least one female. Is there any one female? Let me drop the link again. If anybody wants to come into this chat, I haven't dropped the link in a while. If you want to join us, and you
let's
happen
get
to be
some
female,
babes up in here, man.
we're soliciting one female.
We just got this depressing sausage party going on.
Right, man.
Oh man,
it's
really bad.
I don't even know what to look
My
at.
daughter was going to drop in, but she chickened out on me.
Who's that?
Oh no.
My daughter was going to drop in, but she chickened out on me.
Oh no.
It's your daughter. Then we have to clean up the language. We want like a.
She's
we want a woman that talks like a truck driver.
She's a way to deal with anybody. So.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man.
Come on in,
We
truck
like
driver,
that.
truck driver, bitch.
Yeah, truck driver chicks, man.
There we go, man. We need titties, says Sterling Price.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see that, man. Hell yeah.
We need titties. So this whole program's going down the fucking toilet right now because this is the state of things, right? I hope the Democrats are paying attention, man. Wow. I hope they're paying attention, man. This shit is. What's the young jerks?
Fly a kite tomorrow, Marcus.
What's that?
I said it's a good day for you to fly a kite tomorrow. Get your mind off things.
Man,
I fly when it's still cold in New York. I fly a 2-line kite and I go out to usually go to the beach. Right? I picked it up. It's a habit I picked up when I used to surf, because with surfing, if the wind is blowing towards the waves, like it's blowing towards the ocean, that surf is up. Because if the wind is blowing from behind the wave, it blows it out and you can't surf. But the opposite is true with flying a kite, because when you turn your back to the ocean and you get that uninterrupted wind, it's like beautiful for flying a kite. So when there's no surf, you fly your kite, and when there's surf, you put the kite down and you jump in the water. You see how they work hand in hand?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, I've done a lot of surfing. I got a kite. I just put this kite together.
If
It's
your
hanging
surfboard
in my
ain't got a
garage.
sail on it, you ain't surfing.
Say again?
I said in Kansas, if your surfboard don't got a sail on it, you're not going to be surfing.
Right. These guys are
Yeah.
landlocked.
Yeah, I
Vinny, you're
had
by
one
the
of
ocean,
those
are you?
too before.
Are you by the ocean in South Carolina? You could get to the ocean, right? You got to drive to it.
No, yeah, I got to drive out there. I just went out. Well, I was in Myrtle Beach not too long ago, and the band Kiss. The Kiss Cafe is gone, man. That fucking place was cool. So it was like, like to jump on the Harley and go out, clear my mind a little bit, stuff like that. There's all this internet crap going on. It's fuck it all, man. Go out there, man.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, but it's gone.
I'm glad we're not talking about that shit, because that whole scene is just it's self-inflicted too. I mean, those really is a self-inflicted wound to some degree. It's like the people that I don't even want to mention their names today. I don't even want to talk about these.
Yeah, I just got shit on again. So by somebody I've been real loyal to. So I mean, people are no good, man. They're no good.
It's a crowd. I mean, I started investigating the crowd because I felt like they were bringing people into these rabbit holes, and vulnerable people pushing them to do stupid things, and
useful tool operations, man. That's what they do.
And that's what brought me into it, to investigate it. And I mean, I've since documented it, and I've got nothing else to say about it, really. It's just let the courts decide, or whatever the fuck these people are gonna do. Let them.
Yeah, I got somebody trying to bring me into a murder investigation, a federal one that I have nothing to do with at all. So I got people on it, man.
I've been in that circle.
My
I've been
computer
called-
being hit. Computers being hit because I got a bunch of stuff on people, and I gathered it up, and I think people know I have it, and I'm got to protect myself, man. So yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
crazy shit, man.
You go into it as a investigator, and suddenly you become part of this LARP, and you get dragged into. They try to drag your name into it, and to me, it's kind of
absolutely.
I mean, it's funny, it's goofy, and it's stupid, but it gets like
it's way out of hand.
It gets out of hand, and they take it so goddamn serious, like as if you actually believe the bullshit that they're saying about you. Like I've been called everything, pedophile. And
I got
this and that. Yeah, I got.
Yeah,
hours
I got
of,
all the stuff hitting my computer and stuff, and then other people, hey, I got this intel for you. It's not like, who the fuck is it trying to get in all my shit? I put it all to a cyber crimes unit, man. I'm not fucking around.
Yeah.
I am not fucking around at all, man. Yeah, I already have. I've been putting everything there, man.
Yeah.
And I got the Proton. I got the Proton email thing to encrypt all my business stuff now, so I'm redoing everything, and it's fucking just insane.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a sick society.
Yeah,
folks, man. And
anyway, man. Yeah. Wow.
All right, man. So let's. I'm gonna pick this up in the morning, man. Pick this up. Let's sleep on this shit because I don't see this going anywhere. Just to recap.
No, it's done, data, man.
It's a done deal. They're throwing the whole. They're throwing Michigan. They're throwing Missouri. They're throwing Mississippi, Missouri, Michigan. M's.
And they're throwing Bernie to the wolves, man.
Right.
And throwing him right off the cliff.
The only thing that's left before 11 p.m. Eastern time is North Dakota. That's only 14, and Idaho. That's 20. So very small.
Yeah.
Two small
states. It's a wash, man.
Yeah. Well, probably there's no points there, and Washington State comes in at 11, and they're already trying to say that Biden's got a lead there. It's just it's unthinkable.
The installation, man. It's the installation.
Yeah.
And it's terrible, man. This is really messed up.
All right, guys. So let's just I guess this will take you guys out with a little music or something. I don't know, man.
All right, hey, thanks for joining us all, folks, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Wish the party could have been more rocking, man.
Right.
But
oh, look, we have teenage FBI in the chat.
Yeah,
I
know.
We got the infamous Dan Cromer, the
yes, and he's got a little snooping character, and he's well, it's what he's doing. He's snooping through it.
The self-proclaimed genius, comical genius.
He's spying. He's spying around right there. He's got a little character right there to prove it.
He's welcome here as long as he doesn't act like a dick. Yeah. He can observe and watch how the big boys operate.
Yeah, I've been seeing him on the screen.
Run, Jerry, run.
As long as they ain't fucking around with me, man, they ain't on my radar. I got people on my radar right now.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to track them all down. Actually, I've tracked a few down. I know who they are.
Sent me videos, Jerry, from our Walmart. Well, the Southside Walmart's toilet paper rack. It's not all the way empty, but it's very close.
I know they're selling out of
toilet paper, man.
So stupid.
Yeah.
I can feel
that's insane. Toilet paper.
You see Jerry's comment there? Sorry, guys. Hey, I gotta go. I heard the Walmart got a shipment of toilet paper in. Catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, I see that, man.
All right, guys. All right, I'm gonna cut this out right now. So thank you very much, Tobacco.
All right, Marcus.
Thank you, Jeff,
brother,
Tobacco
man.
Row, and Vinny DiMartini in the house. We'll do it again, man. We'll pick it up on. Let's find a better subject, a more spirited I hope Trump is a little more inspiring than this shit because we got to jump. At some point, we got to jump ship, right? Go where the fun is, right? Go where the party is.
We know he's going to shake it up. He will. You know, he's an entertainer as well, so
yeah,
there's always that aspect to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even going to be a fair fight. It's like this is easy.
No,
this is an easy win for Trump, man. All right, guys.
It will be funny. All right, yo, bro. TTFN. Thanks for joining us.
Peace,
man.
Vinny. Peace, Tobacco Row.
See you, Vinny. See you, Marcus.
All right, man.
Later, guys. Yeah. Thank you guys for sharing. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer, man, but it's time to go. It's time to go, yo. It's time to go. Just wasting away, man. Wasting away. Like if you're part of the. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, right? So I mean, I spoke my piece. I hope you guys spoke your piece. I hope you saw what you were supposed to see, which is a totally fucking rigged election. Now you could say that Bernie Sanders is not doing his part. He could have did more. He could have been more boisterous. But the fact is, he did win. Evidence suggests that he won California big. That he didn't win most of the South, but these numbers don't add up. These delegate numbers don't add up because they're just shaving motherfucking points. They're shaving points, man. Shaving points here and there. Right? Right? How can you beat the machine? How could you beat the machine if the machine is going to cheat you? How could you win? How could you beat it? Oh, look how happy they are. The mainstream media is going to maintain their jobs again. Oh, he's so happy. They're so happy. So thank you guys for joining me, man. Hey, Carol Hayes, thank you very much for stopping by. Lady G, FBI, Teenage FBI, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. When you're here, you're a good guy. When you're over there, you're a piece of crap. Walk away. Yeah, where are we going to walk? Thank you, Sterling Price, for your moderation while we're here. Thank you, Thomas Robinson. Good job. I feel like I didn't do anybody a service. I felt like I brought everybody down into the gutter. All right? Because there's no sense in talking about policy and talking about all the good stuff when there's all this other corruption going on, when you can't get a break, right? You can't get a break. You can't get a break in this goddamn shit. No breaks. There's no breaks. All right, everybody. Peace, my brothers. Peace, my brothers.